Guys, Luis here, Green Zebra Gardening. Today we're going to go ahead and see if I can get some composting work done, finish off the compost out of the bin, dump everything in there that needs to go in there to start up the new round, and see if we can't mix that in with some of the other containers, the grow bags that I brought over from the previous garden, and to mix that in and to help top off some beds, or at least have it prepared and have it ready for when the beds are really going to need them. But for now, that's it. Let's get going. Alright, and before we head over there, in case you didn't watch it, I will link it below. This is the compost sifter. I just built the frame around it last week, so I really haven't given it a full run. But I'm hoping this will be much better than what I've been doing before, which is just picking up the middle piece after I've dumped stuff in it and like completely shaking the heck out of it. But you know, back gets in pain and, you know, soreness and all, and so this makes it a little easier. But I'll go ahead and link that video below anyway to give you a quick preview, but you guys are gonna watch it here. So yes, that was me working in real time for this compost. So, well, I don't know if you saw, but I have another tub of those further down. I have that one that's about 3/4 of the way, and then this thing is almost completely full. And then I had already emptied out enough to fill up basically a 30-gallon grow bag. It is 65 gallons. That sounds about right. Anyway, if you saw, I don't know how well you saw, I lifted the whole thing. I actually ended up spreading some of the compost over here just because this was so full. That's pretty much full and I'm just kind of tired. But anyway, I have, these are the big pieces that came out. This is all the green stuff that's going in, and then over there in the corner we have a whole nother tub or bucket. Then I'm gonna go through and zoom out. I'm gonna go through and clip out the plants that are overhanging that really need to be pulled. I'm gonna throw that in there. I think that's it. And I still want to sift through there's a couple more containers down there on the end that I want to sift through. It's just soil that I'm just gonna basically add to this to kind of stretch it out and make it even more. So just one of these things, these 65 gallons, is quite a bit of soil, or compost in my case. And I didn't show you guys, but this thing is like full of worms. That's the bottom of it. But yeah, this compost, I'm amazed as to how many worms we have. It's insane. Oh, speaking of worms, I'm also going to empty out the Pod Mini, and I'm going to dump all that in here. That way it's all as one. And for now, we're going to just keep stacking on top of this one. And once this is full, then, you know, I'll go through and keep doing it. Basically what I have been doing. The last time I did this was back in October or November, I think. And I topped off all the beds. I topped off all the containers. And I think I still had some left over. And with this round, I'm gonna have soil to mix in with it, so it's gonna extend it out even more. So let me go ahead and start dumping all this junk in there. So it'll be that, and then the Pod Mini. Overall, my review on this thing, it works. It helps. It does help if the compost is not completely, it's not soaked. It's not like a soup, but it is pretty wet. I think obviously if I had let it dry it out a little more, it might have been better, because then that's the way the stuff would be more crumbly. A lot of this stuff here is really just like balls of like mud, and I don't want to stand there and, you know, squeeze all of them out, considering I got so much compost out of it already. But all this stuff is just going back in there, and this will help break down, and this has a ton of worms in it, so it'll help break down all this stuff and then whatever else I bring over. But then it's also going to be having the regular stuff from the kitchen dumped in there. So let me set you guys up. I may actually do it from a different angle, and I'm gonna dump all this in there. So let's go. And one last thing on this one, just remember not to shovel a ton of stuff on here, because as you're gonna lift it and shake it, it's obviously gonna be heavier, especially if it's wet. Thankfully, knock on wood, it hasn't rained, so I'm gonna try and get this done as quickly as possible. I've been very lucky. Oh, and I topped off the banana, because the banana definitely needs it. It's a heavy feeder. Anyway, let's go. Alright, so it is done. I didn't get everything out of the Sub Pod Mini, but I got everything that I could. There's still some soil in there and a few pieces in there, but I'm just too dang tired. I topped it off with everything I had. Clean that up, clean that up, clean that up, and then I picked some of the plants here, some of the ones on the end over here, and then more further down, or further down rather, more further down. Anyway, I topped it off. I put the thermometer in here. It's only like at just under 60. Say about 55. So it's not hot at all. I just put everything in there. So I would say give it a few days. It's going to heat up. And as it heats up, it breaks down, it shrinks, and we basically start the process all over again. So I emptied out, like I said, the whole thing. I've got, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4 containers basically, so the full thing. But yeah, that's it. That's my composting process, and you know, I'll be doing more videos as I top these off. I've been doing them before, but I haven't done a full reset on this thing in 5-6 months. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this one. Alright guys, well that is it. I'm going to clean up. Well, clean up as far as shower. I was going to start some seeds, and probably still could. I will check the weather to see how long this whatever is supposed to be. But I don't always trust the 10-day, because the 10-day forecast, because it can always change. And it has. I don't know what I'm going to do with all the compost for now, because the beds are still full of flowers and still full of plants. Oh, I did trim back some of the borage, but I didn't put it into the compost bin. That went straight into the garbage, just because I don't want the seeds, possibly if any of them have formed, I don't want them all over here. So anyway, I am going to clean up. I'm definitely getting some food, edit this video and upload it, that way I can have you guys prepared. This is I think I've got 2 or 3 videos basically done. I'm just waiting to release them, you know, twice a week. Anyway, go ahead and hit the bell notification, hit the subscribe button, and hit that thumbs up. It is helping the channel. Please share this with your friends. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, constructive criticism, please put them in the comments down below. But for now, I am out, and I'm already very happy about checking another thing off the list. This was a major thing. Seed starting and whatnot, and I'm ending is not going to be that much. It's not going to be that terrible. But this was the one that was the hardest. This is the more backbreaking one. And you guys saw how my composting sifter works, and I gave you my thoughts on it. I may still want to do the trommel, the spitting one, but for now, that's it. Alright, I'm going to quit babbling, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.